Demo of Klaris AI. As a user, when you log into the system, you land on this main page with multiple options on the left navigation panel. These options are divided into multiple sections. The first is intelligence, then data and settings. In intelligence, we have chat first, where you interact with the application in natural language. So you ask it a question in natural language and you get a response. The response is basically the analytics that you've asked for. Then we have dashboards. Dashboards are nothing but a combination or a collection of multiple widgets. These widgets can be of different types. For example, these KPI, metric-based widgets, line charts, donut chart, or bubble chart, or different kinds of charts that we support. Then we have saved queries. Saved queries are the queries that you've saved for later use, for recurring use, and for not just for yourself, but for your team members also. So you or your team members can run these queries later. So it's a collaboration tool, or you can schedule these queries to be sent, the report to be sent to your stakeholders, to your customers, depending on your need. Then let's get into data. In data, first we have connectors. Connectors is basically a place where you connect all your data sources with Klaris. In this case, I've connected a MySQL database, which has 73, which has multiple tables, but I've connected 73 of them. If we refresh schema, we basically fetch the schema of the data sources and we profile it. Then we have data relationships. This is basically the brainchild of Klaris AI. You enrich the entities and the fields that you have in those entities here with the data the descriptions that you need for AI to be able to use these entities. This is majorly driven by AI, but you have the flexibility to edit it. It also generates the relationships between multiple entities. Then we have business context. This is where you store all the business rules and terminologies that you use in your day-to-day life, so that you don't have to be a prompt engineer when you talk to Klaris. You can, for example, ask for top 50 dealers and it will understand what you mean by it. Let me show you a very interesting functionality of how Klaris works. The functionality is basically the back and forth that it does with you. It asks you clarifications when it has ambiguities. So you asked a question, it first goes and figures out the business context that it needs based on that question, the entities that it is going to fetch for that question, and then it is going to ask you clarifications, and then it generates a response. So as I have already shown you how it generates a response is basically it goes through the clarifications that you provided. It gives you a query plan as to what plan it is running, a pretty hefty query in this case though, and then it runs it for you if you approve it and you get the data. Thank you.